Dude, little bug on the skull, you know? It's a little past 6 this wonderful Sunday morning. It's not Sunday. It's a little past 6 this wonderful Tuesday, Wednesday. Damn, what day is today? Wednesday, I'm tripping. It's a little past 6 this wonderful Wednesday morning, and I got the coffee going. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my coffee. What I like to do for my coffee is I will add a nice chunk of some grass-fed butter, add a tablespoon of stevia. I'm gonna add some MCT oil, coffee, and right now I'm gonna do a little bit of journaling to really lay out a plan of attack for today. After this, we're gonna go to the gym, get a little workout in this morning, back home, prepare. Anyways, I'll take you guys through all that. After not playing basketball for a while, I started playing basketball again, and every time I play, I tell myself I gotta play more because I have so much fun. So instead of regular cardio this morning, I'm gonna go play some basketball. Where's the ball? Chicken ball. Sketchiest setup of all time. Making sure I can catch the camera in the fall. Let's go over a keto tip. Keto tip number 1. Don't cut your calories too early. I know this seems a little backwards, but hear me out. Every time we start a new diet, our first instinct is to cut calories and lower our food intake. Although this seems like a good idea and something that will eventually happen in the future, at the beginning, it usually isn't. Especially in keto. Let's take a second to consider what happens before somebody switches into a new diet. Switching to a new diet usually precedes weeks, months, or even years of overeating. And you're probably not overeating on chicken and salad. Now you've gotten to the place where maybe you've put on 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 200 pounds, and you want to get the weight off tomorrow. I get it. But switching your diet from cheeseburgers and fries every day to a piece of chalk and chicken breast isn't gonna help anybody. First, focus on making healthier choices. Eat as many calories in chicken breast and salad as you would in your previous diet. And notice I say chicken breast and salad because it's a cliche of people going on a diet, but I mean make the healthy options as calorie dense as you would your previous diet. Then in 3 to 4 weeks, start cutting back on your calories when you feel ready. Not only will you already feel better for cutting all the bullshit foods out of your diet, but you'll probably start seeing your weight go down and your energy go up. Starting your program like this will be much more conducive to long-term weight loss and success. So that's tip number 1. Don't cut your calories too early when you're doing keto. And that leads us to tip number 2. Make sure to get your fats in. A lot of people start keto and they don't eat enough fat. And let me give you an example. Right now it's about 9:30 in the morning. I've been up since 6. So far I've had 84 grams of fat, 58 grams of protein, and only 5 grams of sugar. It's really important that you get your fats in to give your body an easier transition into keto. A lot of people, I see it all the time, they start keto and they skyrocket their protein intake and they're only eating still about 50 to 80 grams of fat. Some ways that you can add some fats into your diet is adding protein shakes with high fat. That's one of my favorite ways to do it. It's the easiest way to do it if you're having a hard time getting a lot of food in that's high fat. I take 2 scoops of protein and I load it up with some MCTs and any kind of other oil that I have around. Another way is bulletproof coffee. Guess that's the term. I put grass-fed butter in some coffee, mix it with some MCTs, blend it up, and I'll have it like that. So with that today, this is number 2. I've had all the fat that I need, you know, so far. So that's tip number 2. Make sure you get your fats in. Make sure you don't cut your calories too early. Let your body get accumulated to the new way of life.
First meal of the day, we got a bootlegger. This has exactly 1,000 milligrams of protein.
That's 1 gram of protein. Frank?
I got the 100 clip. It's hopefully pretty good.
That's it.
You didn't tell us which meal it was.
Yeah, how many grams of protein is in that, man?
Yeah, like around 200 milligrams.
200 milligrams? I have the gargantuan lettuce wrap and a pickle. And a pickle. Ready?
Really? How do I walk? Because there's a...
Okay, so keto tip number 3. Make sure that you're consuming enough salt and water. Carbs encourage your body to hold water. Cutting carbs out of your diet causes your body to start flushing out excess water. Along with the water, it starts flushing out electrolytes or salts. Not having the proper hydration and electrolyte balance can leave you feeling tired and groggy. Making sure you stay hydrated will reduce the initial symptoms of switching into keto. So that's tip number 3. Make sure you stay hydrated and make sure you're consuming enough salts. All 3 of these tips are meant to mitigate the initial symptoms of the keto flu. If you follow all 3 of these tips, the transition into keto will be a lot smoother. If you make sure you're not cutting calories too early, make sure you're eating enough fats, make sure you stay hydrated with the right electrolyte balance, you're sure to have your transition into keto a lot smoother. So that's the 3 tips. Hope you guys learned something. If you haven't yet, please go down and hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment, any suggestions that you think would help anybody who's beginning in the initial stages of keto. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for more.